Life is a short trip. Try to enjoy it. Hello, it's March 2024, and I'd just like to do a real quick video about something I've mentioned over many years, especially recently. And I've mentioned, for example, how most people make uninformed conclusions based on their limited knowledge bases. And that's going to be the topic of this brief video. Everyone is not equal with their life experiences, whether it be personally or professionally. And people bring different skill sets to the table. For example, critical thinking skills and being able to separate their emotions when making conclusions. Most people in today's world are emotion-based. So going back to people not being equal when it comes to life experiences overall. Now, I was going to segue, which is related to what I want to talk about here. Now, there are people, for example, who may be in a profession and they only know that one profession their whole life, and they see life through that lens, or at least partly. And chances are those people, their personal lives have remained pretty much the same. And the problem with that is you become tunnel vision. You begin to see, for example, when you're holding a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Or you might see everyone as a criminal if you're in one of the legal professions. This tunnel vision, although there's a specialty when it comes to life experiences, it's very limited. And it hinders someone's ability to make a properly informed conclusion. There are some people who, for example, never even left their small hometown. They never left the farm. And their life experience is based on that farm. It's not to say that, for example, this last example, that these people are not intelligent. It's just they don't have much to draw on with life experiences, just what they know. And there's a difference between being intelligent and being educated. You can be highly educated, PhD, and be as dumb as a bag of nails. And you can be, for example, someone homeless on the street, literally, and be very intelligent. And we see a lot of that. And if you spend the time to talk to a homeless person, you'll understand that. And that's not to say they're all intelligent, but you will find them there. Anyway, I digress. So because of our life experiences, we can draw on making conclusions based on, for example, information that's made known at any particular time. And the more, and I hate to use the word diverse because it's been so misused and bastardized in today's world with other topics, but the more different, diverse life experiences you have, say professionally, the more you bring to the table. And this also applies to personal life. The more life experience you have, the more you bring to the table. And when I try to share, for example, things that I know firsthand, whether it be from an earthly perspective or as descriptives, the woo-woo or spiritual, I have a lot of diversity and spent time in certain areas. And I go back, say all the way back to my early 20s, for example, working for the government, as well as working in the prison system, dealing with the psych department for whatever that's worth. And businesses that I've had took me places where most people haven't gone, more as indirect, dealing with very high-profile people, I'll say as a descriptive, and eventually throughout my life and my careers, practicing law as agent, and I've stated that I've really walked with the elites of the world, and I've learned things that most would deem conspiracies, or most may even read about and say, well, I believe. To believe is to make an uninformed conclusion. And then, for example, with my efforts, whistleblowing and exposing and everything else, and a lot of that actually, there's a personal side to that as well as a professional side to that. And these are the types of things that I bring to the table with regards to, as a descriptive, earthly stuff. And this also segues into the woo-woo and the spiritual, and I've shared some videos over the many years and even recently about this. And even those experiences have been diverse in themselves. And just to reiterate, for those who don't know, this includes my death experiences, which differ to near-death experiences and avoiding death experiences. And my first death experiences was when I was born, before any indoctrination, any influence by religions or belief systems or even pseudosciences, etc. And my other death experiences, I was very young as well. So I have these things to bring to the table. Now, I'm not stating or implying that I'm highly intelligent or intelligent at all. That's up to other people. People have, over the years, throughout my life even, stated what they thought in a positive manner. I'm not going to say either way. That's for you to decide. But partly that would be through education that I've had, different types of education, and being able to think critically and apply logic and reason, and being able to separate my emotions where most people can't. I'm not the only one, I'm not unique or anything else. But I really just wanted to highlight, for example, how to listen to someone, and I'm just going to stop here for a moment. I've mentioned how with age should come wisdom. There's a lot of people who are elderly who've never even matured. But usually with age does come life experiences which can be applied to making a better informed conclusion. And we kind of lost listening to our elders in these times, these more modern times, as a descriptive. It's too bad. It's actually quite sad. But people need to be able to put their egos aside and recognize when someone does come along with more knowledge and understanding on something, anything. See what they have to bring to the table. Evaluate what they have to bring to the table. And, if ignoring this person is beneficial, not only there's their ego involved with that, but when you start talking, when somebody believes in something, it doesn't even have to be a religion or belief system or even scientism. They can just believe in something that, whatever, and they can't let go. And that's partly their ego, but partly because their emotions are attached to that, and it's hard for them to let go. So people need to really recognize when somebody does come along who can offer more insight, more understanding, perhaps even give a better explanation. And the key is, there's actually two keys here: first-hand knowledge, first-hand experience, as well as independent evidence to support whatever. Anyway, I just wanted to give you some things to think about. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.
Listen to this and write it down if you can't remember it. You're never going to outgrow warfare. You simply must learn to fight. I hear people saying to me, when is it going to get easier? When you die.